Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Vanessa. I want to talk today about the cosmic joke that is life, and the cosmic joke that you're here to be exactly who you are. But this seems to be, for so many people, the hardest thing to do, being who we are, allowing ourselves to express ourselves naturally, vulnerably, without the layers on top to protect us and to make us feel safe. And excuse me. Yes, we may have needed those layers at some point in life, but can you check in and ask yourself, do I really still need those layers? Do they still work for me? Do they still serve me? Because often we develop those layers in times in our life that were difficult and where we felt disempowered to be ourselves. And often that happens in childhood because children are so pure and vulnerable. And when they shine their light, either they are reassured and supported in becoming who they truly are, or, you may have had caretakers or parents that had their own inner conflicts and did not learn to allow themselves to be themselves either for some reason. And if that is the case, then maybe it's harder for you to allow yourself to be yourself because you may have gotten certain conditioning that told you or taught you, better said, to keep yourself small because you're not welcome, or you need to be someone else to be accepted, or to be someone in the world, to be significant, or to make an impact or whatever. But the real secret sauce that you may be missing when you're feeling, what's missing in my life? I don't get it. I've tried everything or whatever. That's something I hear a lot. The secret sauce is you. And often we don't even know that we are or who we are at the core. That's why so many people start soul searching. So many people start going through spiritual awakenings. It's nothing woo-woo. It's nothing out of the world. It's just the journey inwards. It's the journey to connect to the essential parts of yourself, the parts that maybe you don't even know yet. I had an online breathwork session yesterday, and I shared with the group that, I was working in corporate for many years and I did enjoy that. But once I started to look inward and connect to my core needs and my core qualities that I've suppressed, parts of me that I felt ashamed about or that I felt were not appropriate, which I learned through certain conditioning in my childhood. And I'm sure that my parents didn't do this even on purpose. Yeah. And, but I took it on because children are so pure and vulnerable, like I said. And so sometimes we interpret things that are harshly said or that are said in a joke or whatever, and we take it really seriously because we see the world in black and white. And again, not just as children, but every human being is unique as well. So everyone thinks differently. Everyone has different levels of sensitivity. So you may interpret something much stronger than somebody else. And that's what you take on and start believing about yourself. That's why it's so important to go inwards and do that soul searching, because it is life-changing. And you don't need to travel anywhere to do it. You can do it right on your kitchen table at home, taking a few deep breaths and just get curious. And the other day, excuse me, I was in a Kundalini session, and the woman that gave the session said something that resonates so deeply with me. And she said, you know what, this is not going to be for everybody. And it's true. Not everybody has the drive and the curiosity to meet themselves deeply and to discover the depth of who they truly are and what life is truly about and how they can make an impact. And that's okay. That's completely okay. But my channel is for the people who feel that inner fire and maybe don't know how to get it out of themselves or embrace it, or for the people who feel very sensitive and just want to feel safe in the world. That's what I'm here for. So if any of that resonates with you, you know, this is all my heart and soul. Because I know how it feels like to not know yourself, or to feel like you need to be somebody else, or to feel like there must be more. I always had this hunger for understanding and getting in touch with depth. And, you know, I always loved all these movies with magic, like Harry Potter and even Lord of the Rings and all these kind of things, because first of all, they portrayed values for me that, you know, I didn't even know back then why I liked the movies. But now as an adult, where I do a lot of introspection and ask myself, what are my values? What's important to me? What are my core needs? What are my qualities? What can I contribute to the world from a natural place, and not like forcing myself to do something that is not natural to me, you know? And we're moving into a time where this becomes more and more and more important, and more the energy is gonna sort of like push us a little bit to be more authentic and to discover who we are. And there will be more chances to, in our natural self, express our purpose through action, through being who we are. And this is something that has always been what's supposed to be, but we developed in this very industrialized world where we've become marionettes, and we've become sort of even robots, doing the same repetitive thing, and not really looking into and being very in our mind, and not balancing out the mental logic and problem-solving skills with our heartfelt purpose, drive, and contribution. Yeah, so it's going to be really important for you to get in touch with your heart and open it. And I know that is crunchy. Like the opening the heart journey is so hard for many people, and it only feels hard because we haven't learned how to feel. We haven't learned that feeling all these sensations in the body, in the mind, in our system is normal. We haven't learned that. That's why so many people that at the moment have heart palpitations and so on feel afraid that they have something serious. And please, disclaimer, if you feel like you're not okay, please go to the doctor to check up your physical body. But also it may be energetic, so it may be that you have like contracted energy in your heart space that just needs to be processed and come out. And I had a lot of this. Like, it took me a while to process all that held, contracted fear and anger and sadness and grief and all these emotions in my heart. But once I processed, so much of it through, I just started feeling like so much lighter, and not like something sits on my chest. And this is all part of this journey to understand who you really are. Because when you understand what hurts you, when you understand why you believe the things you do about yourself, and again, sometimes we are not aware of what we think and believe about ourselves, because it has become so natural in being ourselves that we don't question it. And we don't even think that this could not be ours, that this could not be natural. So if you don't have another example of how you could feel without all that accumulated emotional baggage, let's call it for simplicity, then you don't know that you could feel happier and lighter and more joyful. And, like underneath all that baggage is also so much power, qualities that you haven't discovered about yourself, energy that is set free, that is not used to contract and hold anymore and keep yourself safe from feeling, because that's what our mind tries to do, keep us safe from feeling. That's what it's designed to do. But ask yourself, does it still serve? Or do you want to use your mind now to support you? That means also retraining your mind to support you. Okay. So I keep this message brief today because I have a client now, but I will talk more about this in another video. So please share with me below how you feel about this topic. If you feel like you have any contractions, any fears that you hold on to in your body, share with me below. So we're helping each other. You help others when you share, because then other people dare to open up as well. And I can support you in the comments as well. All right. If you feel like you need a little more support than that, I also work one-on-one. So you can just check out that in the link below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I thank you so much from my heart for being here, for tuning in. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, and I see you in another video. Ciao.